Joe Leigh here, 4 seconds out with Master Knowledge, Spencer Fearon, here at Arnold Sports Festival, first one in the UK, 2021. How are we, man?
I'm good, you know. Even better, I've come out to support Fight Club. You know what I mean? Because they're the realist. So, yeah, man. It's a really good turnout. It's mad how many people are here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really good, man. It's really good. I just saw Fernando Vargas. You know what I mean? The former 2-time junior middleweight champion. And we had a really good chat because we've been contacting each other for ages on Instagram. But we had a really good chat. He was hungry, he wanted to go get something to eat. But to see him in there, that's like, that, I'm gonna lie, that's made my day. Because I've been watching him since '96 when he performed in the Olympics. So, you know what I mean, Atlanta Olympics. So yeah, it was good to see him.
I think out of everyone that I've seen in the boxing game, your knowledge, I know you're called Master Knowledge, but it just goes so far, so deep. How often do you study boxing? Do you still study? Because I know you've obviously been in love with the sport since you were very young.
You know what I mean? It's different from once you get children. You know what I mean? And you have a missus, so it becomes very different. But you know what? I just enjoy the game, and because I've found something that I'm passionate about, that I've become reliant to become my paycheck. It's really good, and it spirals off as well into other things. Like I'm running MTK Global Foundation. Do you know what I mean? I go around the world doing motivational speaking. You know what I mean? I get paid to come down to events like this. What more do you want? You know what I mean? Big up Fight Club, right?
Every time. How did you get involved in the MTK Global kind of stuff? I know you done presenting as well.
I got a phone call, and they said they see the thing that I'm doing within the community, and would I want to get involved? And I said, of course I would. And then so said, so done. That's it.
Are you going to be involved in Archie Sharp's show that got announced, I think, yesterday?
Yeah, I think because that's going live on IFL. I think it may be going on ESPN Plus as well. So yeah, I'll be on that. That's at 29th of October. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that fight a lot. You know what I mean? There's some good kids. Sugar Shy's on there as well, making his pro debut. Look out for that kid. He's going to be doing what junior welterweight, but he's really and truly a lightweight. But look out for that kid. He's a precocious talent. Being trained by Adam Booth. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
There's a lot to look forward to in October and the rest of the year, to be fair. But before we go on to like what's next in boxing, obviously last weekend we saw AJ versus Usyk. Yeah, I don't even need to ask a question. Just kind of give me your thoughts on that fight and what's next. And it can be quite a long-winded answer.
Right. You know what? I was pretty disappointed by Anthony Joshua's performance when I was there on the night, but I was taken in awe by the fantastic wizardry demonstrated by Usyk. So therefore, I wasn't that. It didn't hurt me that much, to tell you the honest truth. It hurt me because I know AJ personally. I think there's things that he needs to address and change. And then I think if he can implement that change, then you know, I'm going to tell you this now, yeah? And people are going to think I'm crazy. I strongly believe if the desire is there within his heart, yeah? And his destiny is not by chance, it's by choice. I believe that he could actually win the rematch. But he's got to make massive fundamental changes, right? Massive fundamental changes, right? And if he makes those changes and also, people always like to talk about, oh yeah, well we're going to a fight and we got a game plan, we got game plan A, game plan B, no, but sometimes you can have your game plan A, you have plan A, and then you got amalgamate with plan C. Or sometimes you got plan B, and you got amalgamate with plan D, and plan D, sometimes you can take a little snippet from plan A. This is boxing. And like I said, I've said this on numerous times so far, that AJ should study greats because they leave clues, but not just study them fighting, study their demeanor, study their ring walk, study their presence when they stand in the ring, study their poise, all of these kind of things, because like I'm saying, and I said this before, when he lost to Andy Ruiz. At that time there I said that you were not being buried, you were being planted, and you came back, became world heavyweight champion again. At this time again now, if he can want it, he has to want it. Do you know what I mean? Because what you got to remember is this is like, once come up in conversation, expectation comes back in how you function. So how you function, what you expect is how you're living your day-to-day life. Now, maybe, because I watched a couple AJ, I was indoors yesterday, late, studying some fights. I was studying AJ. I was studying quite a few of AJ's fights, his previous fights. If it was the AJ that went in and fought Povetkin, he would have beaten him. If it was the AJ that turned up and fought Klitschko, he would have beaten him. I'm telling you this now. So he done the 11 camp, 12 camp week. Maybe he was tired. And also, it's hard to give instructions to someone who's filthy rich. If someone's go over the 100 M mark, that's nuts. So it's going to be very difficult for anybody to tell him, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, right? He's a respectful human being, but also I believe that he should respect the trade and not try to download too much information, take little snippets, build a game plan. I believe that he can come back from this. I really do.
Do you think that's a problem? He's got a lot of different people in his corner.
I've said this already. I think there's too much voices in his corner, right? And that's that. So I'm saying this, right? You've been with Robert McCracken for a reason, right? Now, I'm not bringing someone lesser than Robert McCracken into my team. I'm bringing someone that brings more value to my team. I'm not bringing, no disrespect to Angel Fernandez and Joby, right? I'm saying if I'm saying I'm bringing somebody else in, they've got to be able to do something better than what Robert McCracken can do. And by the looks of it, those men, just by their record, they ain't done more than Robert McCracken. So therefore, I'm not bringing you in the camp. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Bring something different. No one can't test me on talking about boxing history. I'm telling you, you got to wake up very early in the morning. Trust me, I've been studying boxing. You know what I mean? I've got, you know what I mean, before you weigh, how old are you now?
20.
Forget about that one. You know what I mean?
Forget about.
Right? So that's what I believe that he can do. Make adaptations, you know what I mean? Implementations, and he can become heavyweight champion again.
He said straight after the fight, I know how to beat you now. Don't quote me. It was literally along those lines, though. The second he went back to his corner and then he spoke to Usyk. Do you feel like that's just him trying to plant a seed in Usyk's mind that he's going to come back better? Do you really think he knows that?
I think he believes that within his heart. But like I said, he's got to implement change. You know what I mean? And if he implements change and doesn't reject change, then he can become heavyweight champion again.
Three-time
heavyweight champion. He can do what Muhammad Ali did and become a three-time world heavyweight champion. He can do what Lennox Lewis did, even though Lennox Lewis was given the title the first time, but he can become a three-time heavyweight champion. Evander Holyfield became a four-time heavyweight champion, but we're not counting when he beat Ruiz for the WBA because it was stripped from Lennox Lewis. So that one don't count. But what I'm trying to say, he can do that. I believe Anthony Joshua can do that if he wants to do it. Because if he wants to do it, here is a man with limited ability. I'm being real. Limited ability didn't know nothing about the game until the other day. So he's got to fall in love with the game. He's got to take the criticism. He's got to embellish the criticism. And once he does that, AJ can come back and become world heavyweight champion if he has a desire to.
After he became two-time heavyweight
I'm at what's this, a strong man? What's in there? Muscle business. What is this thing?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's not even here.
Right, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's not here. He's not coming.
He's like, I think he broke his foot or something. He's in America.
All right, so like I'm saying, regardless of that, I'm so grateful that so many people from that genre, everyone recognizes me. So yeah, I'm really seriously, I'm really touched. I'm really grateful, man.
Where do you think that's from?
I spit the truth. Not everyone's gonna like me. You know what I mean? But like I said, I say this on many times, like, you know what I mean? The most hated and reviled person is the one who speaks truth. You know what I mean? And it may not be your truth, but it's my truth. And I stand on my truth. And I don't shy away from anything. And because I don't, sometimes I highlight other people's wrongdoings in their life. So they feel like, well, why is he so happy? Or why is he so jovial? Or why is this and that? And then it will breed a hate of concern. But it doesn't matter because I've got too many people that love me. You see, look at that. We're in here. How many people stop it? Hey, the knowledge. Right, so I'm good, man. I'm really good. I'm really good. You know what I mean? And also, let me just big up Fighters Inc. as well. Joe Long, Paul, big up those guys there. Everyone's doing a fantastic job. So what I'm going to say, peace, 2 fingers, I'm out. I'm standing on this one. AJ can come back and become heavyweight champion again. I'm standing on this one, but you cannot employ those tactics.